Oh, hi. How we doing? How we living? How we feeling? I know that I'm supposed to warn people. But am I supposed to warn people? I don't know. Like, is there a point? Because I was sitting here thinking to myself, quite lovingly, that I needed to get some work done, but I was feeling a little too playful. So I figured now might be a very good time to visit, see how everybody's doing, see if everybody's getting through the week successfully, and then I would give TikTok precisely as much time as it takes me to eat this lollipop on live. And then pop over to Discord. Make sure everybody's doing all right over there. So, and I know what you're saying to yourself. You're saying, Nick, it's a Tootsie Roll Pop. To which I say, yeah, but I can make it last. So, how's everybody doing? Exhausted? Oh, dear, dear, dear. I'm so sorry to hear that. Exhausted is never fun. Cold isn't any fun either, succubus. Not a little bit. Anita, darling, I'm getting over it. Still. You know what's crazy? They released the episode of What in the Smut where I guest starred. And I had the sniffle head cold thing back then. Lovingly, they were capable of making sure that I sounded competent, sane, and a little bit cool, which was surprising. But, yeah, had it then too. It's been a week. I'm so very sorry, darling. My one cheat for the week. My morning voice. Do you mean my morning voice? Or do you mean my moaning voice? Because both are pretty good. Well, how you doing, North Carolina? Sorry you're at work. Oh, that's okay. I'm working too. Shh. Answering emails. As a matter of fact, I'm going over my list of auditions and samples that I need to put on ACX because I have finally been cleared. Glory, glory to be whatever gods you hold in your pantheon. I have finally been cleared to start auditioning for books on ACX, and you know precisely what kind of books I've been auditioning for. No choking on the dumplings. You gotta get that meat in your mouth just so. Savor it. Love every little taste of it. By the way, any and all emojis or sweet little treats that you drop down here go directly, are matched, and go to the New England Youth Dungeons and Dragons program. I think the last word in that is program. It's a big title, but basically what they do is they host after-school programs in order to introduce kids to D&D so that, basically allows them to build social skills. Thank you, darling. I do love a delicious flower every so often. And the way petals feel against the fingertips or lips. You can manage AI summaries and settings. Oh, great. Fantastic. I needed an AI involved in this process. It's like the really awkward third person in the bedroom who doesn't know what to do with themselves. Yes, but succubus angel darling, having a voyeur in the corner is all well and good, but only if you want them there. You know what I mean? For example, I'm in the midst of writing a piece for my Patreon about, not to give too much away, but I'm writing a piece about, gotta be very careful, I forgot. I can get in trouble around here for certain language. I take you to a party, a holiday party, a work thing, and I run across the mean girl that you work with. And so what I do is I decide that turnabout is fair play. So I take a moment away from you and I go and I flirt maliciously with the mean girl in the office, and then I convince the mean girl in the office to go to one of the closed conference rooms and force her to sit in the corner while she watches. So that you can show dominance in the situation, so that you can be the boss. Options, right? Not odd, Candace. Chaotic. Delightfully chaotic. Mercurial, if you would. I was working on stuff and I decided that I just needed to surprise you guys. We could do that also. There's going, Sarah, darling Sarah. There's going to be two versions because I figured we'd put a guy in that corner too. Actually, I've done a version of that already, but it was over the phone. But we can do it in person. I think in person would be fine as well. Well, I've decided something, Candace, and it goes a little something like this. Life is short. You're all hot. I might as well surprise you on occasion. You know what I mean? I might as well just pop in out of nowhere. Work best with me in your ear. That is the best compliment ever. Good afternoon, Fluffy. How are we doing? Oh, sweet pea. Italian chick. The rules have gone unheeded for quite some time, so here it goes. You want to growl, I get a gift. I like the gift. I might even use your name. Danielle, I'm going over auditions and samples that I'm posting up on ACX because I officially, as of, I think it was a couple of days ago, I officially am capable of submitting to ACX again in order to be a narrator in their books. And you'll never guess what kind of books I'm applying for. That was so very nice of you. That Italian chick. You're doing such a good job. Thank you, Serena. I'm working on it. And here's the thing. Right? The way I figure it is that it's all kind of coming undone. You know? So you gotta live for the art of it. Right? Because as we all know, art is a form of protest. And I'm really good at protest, but usually, here's the problem with me. I was trained very old school when it came to protesting. And you did it, but you did it in ways that didn't necessarily go noticed. You know what I mean? Like, you were part of the collective. You all marched. You all did the thing. I've never really posted on here that I was going to a march or holding up a placard or any of that stuff. But, in this day and age, with all of the stupidity and nonsense we seem to be surrounded by, I think it's time to just take on every single form of protest that I can, and that includes art. So I'm living my life through art in every way, shape, or form, including the art that involves math. Nobody warned me that some of the art that I would like would involve math. It's not fair. It's not right. I object. I'd pout, but Lord knows that would make more people follow me. Jax, is that you? Sweet talker. Kristen, darling, thank you ever so much. How delightful of you. It's a very kind offer, succubus, but puppy butt. But I'm stubborn enough that I figured it out myself. You'd be proud of me. So, yeah, I'm currently working on the book. I'm auditioning for narration and voice work and all of that lovely stuff. And I'm currently, how could I put this? I'm currently helping somebody realize their cosplay dream because I am kitting out the Green Witch. Have missed the puppy butt. To be fair, I've missed the puppy butt as well. If that makes you feel any better. I've missed being able to declare it. Stacy, darling, I'd love to co-host with you, but I don't know you per se, so maybe we can have a conversation and do it again in the future. Pimberly, it's not about doing well. It's about getting back up after you've been knocked on your ass and deciding that you're going to keep moving forward. Doesn't matter if that's one step. Doesn't matter if you have to do, T-Rex arms while you're doing it. Doesn't matter if you're dressed in a Stitch onesie and you're just doing it in order to get your hands on coffee. Getting back up, getting the motion, getting the momentum, letting yourself be vulnerable, empathetic, and both of those not countermanding your strength. Utterly intoxicating. And sometimes I forget about it. Old dog. Relearning old tricks. I guess. I don't know. This is true. It does not matter if you have to sea turtle through a foam pit. That's a good one. You're not that old, darling. You are just trying to flatter me. And it might be working. Who's to say? Nikki, I'm being sneaky. Shh. You weren't expecting to see me live. I wasn't expecting to have forgotten that I was co-starring on one of my favorite podcasts this week. And then I was just like, oh wait, that came out on Monday And I was like, wow, I'm bad at my job. I'm bad at my job. As sneaky as a 6'4" bear can be. That is true. That is very true. My body thinks I'm 76, not 36 most days. I think it'd be fair to say the human experience, no matter gender, skin color, is that there are some days where you're like, you got the spring in your step, and other days where you feel like you're 9,000 years old, and that somebody should be lifting the lid off your coffin before you get up. You know, like, I have risen again. I know, Andy. I'm bad at it. Yes, you do hear Appa snoring. My body is a temple. That is true. Our bodies are temples. They are ancient, crumbling, and most definitely haunted. The ghosts of everybody you satisfied who ended up disappointing you. See, the way I figure it is I have no problem getting older so long as I'm limber and capable in the right circumstances. Right? That's the way to do it. Jody! Hey, everybody. Jody got accepted for a job today. Congratulations. Abso-freaking-lutely. Way to do it. Way to do the hard thing. That's it. Age like fine wine, right? I'm aging like milk. I don't believe it. The thing about it, though, is you're aging. And with aging comes the beautiful opportunity to become more and more in touch, but also become less and less self-conscious. And so you just get to live for yourself, right? Because I see it. I see it every goddamn day from the kids, right? The just that overwhelming cluster of anxieties built by society, shapes and cool outfits and all that nonsense. It's too much. It's too often. It overwhelms. And I just can't. I just can't. You have to be able to look at it and say, and that's part of, and we touch upon this in the actual episode of What the Smut, is with primal comes the acceptance of the human condition and everything that comes with that. And some of it is messy, and some of it is some of it is stretch marked, and some of it is acne scarred, and some of it is badly tattooed, but all of it, at the heart of it, is beautiful because you're tapping into that thing that oh, you having a stretch there, pal? You're tapping into that thing that can connect you to others, not only in pleasure, but in truth, you know? The only cool outfit I want is a complete Gundam unit heavy arms custom suit. That would be fucking sick. That would be sick. Since you asked nicely, are you ready for this? He's like, you have disturbed my nap. You have awoken me, Father. Why? He's such a ham. He is such a ham. He will not get up. He refuses to get up here. He hates trying to get up here. He absolutely hates it. He needs scritches. I'm giving him scritches with my foot. Oh my God. Everybody's out. Listen, if I want you to take the mental inventory of all the loving and attentive treatment that he could receive and just check each one of those boxes, because this dog does not long for attention, positive reinforcement, scritches, hugs, or anything else. Okay? Goodness gracious. That is exactly it, Danielle. I was like, no, not now. It's my midday nap. Why are you disturbing me? Let me be, Father. Let me be. Yeah, well, can I be honest with you? Sagira is down in the basement somewhere, wherever she so chooses. She only usually graces me and the other cats and the dog during the night. She'll come up, she'll walk across me because she wants lovin's, and she'll sleep next to me, and then she returns afterwards. Moose is more than likely on the shoe rack next to the front door, and Misty is more than likely right on the cat bed in front of the back deck door, watching the squirrels eat all of the bird seed. And then Ollie's, as always, plotting my death. So normal day around here, really. They do love the cat, and it's up. So she wants attention when she wants it. Correct. But can't that be said about any of us, really? When we want the attention, we want all of it. You know? When you want somebody to pet you. This is my timer, Stormy. This is my timer. When the lollipop is gone, the live is over. I figured I'd see exactly how TikTok's handling lives these days, whether or not it's got any less toxic. I don't know, Stormy. I can make it last pretty long. Excuse me. You guys have been on here at least 28 minutes at this point, and you know that there are occasions, several occasions, might I add, where this has come out of my mouth and been used to direct everything. I'm bippity boppeting all the boop with it at the same time that I'm eating it. I find myself bittersweet and full of bittersweet regret, because getting another Tootsie Roll Pop. And while I do love the way the chocolate melts in my mouth, Tootsie Roll has never been my favorite. I love the pop part. Tootsie Roll. Oh, it's the sweet chewy center. If I wanted a sweet chewy center on camera, on live, I'd be putting that on the Closely Friends. I don't know. Do we have to talk in code about that site anymore, or is that still a... Who's to say? If you didn't kidding me. Yeah. I have not... Wait. What's a Starburst Pop? You started to think that Nick might have an oral fixation. What was your first clue? TikTok's been flagging a bunch of weird stuff. Hello, honey. How are we, darling? Sorry, that was an alarm. Zia, I am not aware of you, but if you'd like to do live in the future, let me know. How about a jawbreaker timer for future lives? You don't think the Tootsie Roll Pop timer works? No. Oh, lollipop with Starburst in the middle comes in cherry. Starburst lollipops come with Starburst in the middle, and they come in cherry. Take my money. Take my money. Take my fucking cash. That is, yes, please. It works if you keep it in your hand. Well, I mean, the way I figure it, right? First off, finger skills, very important to maintain over the course of one's life, especially when it comes to picking pockets, picking locks, or picking apart your will to leave. Alan, my dear. Alan, I've been holding off on posting a video. But I'm going to have to post it real soon because it has a very serious question. I did a thing. I'll save it for Friday. It might become a little inter-office drama. We'll see. It has to do with lightsabers. I did a bad thing. Anyway, moving on. And no, it has nothing to do with the lightsaber whip. The lightsaber whip is doing fine. The lightsaber whip gets a lot of use, and the lightsaber whip is very easy to clean. Moving on. What were we talking about? I don't know what you're implying, Nikki, nor will I answer to that. Everything's perfectly normal. It's all fine here. Shelly, why do we need a hug, love? Why do we need a hug? What's going on? Did I break something? I can neither confirm nor deny. Well, no. Oh, you're having one of those days, Shelley. I understand. I do. And one of those moments where it just all kind of builds up to the level of boiling over, while simultaneously just stacking on your shoulders so much that it pushes you down below the tree line. I get it. I do. But the good news is that you're not alone. We're all here. We're all in this together. I know it doesn't feel like it because it's just like it's the digital hand holding as opposed to actual hand holding. But the fact of the matter is that you have done an exceedingly marvelous job at being yourself. Even in those times where you felt like you weren't living up to the truth of you. You were doing an exceedingly marvelous job at living up to being yourself. And you know how I know that? Is because nobody ever in the history of the universe or ever again will be able to live your life the way that you have. And you're going to keep on doing it. You're going to keep on going. And yes, sometimes it does overwhelm. And yes, sometimes it does weigh you down. And sometimes it feels like you're just on the brink of just tearing your hair out and throwing off your clothes and running naked into the woods, which in 8-degree weather, I do not suggest. But at the end of the day, all right, when you take a tally of the hours, the minutes that you either succeeded in or struggled through, the one thing you will always be able to say is you did it 100% authentically you. And that right there, that is a miracle that no one can quantify. And don't you ever forget it. Okay? Also, if you think I was just talking to Shelly, you're crazy. You are. Uh-oh. You've gotten too close. You know what that means? Why'd you make me do that? Why? Why'd you make me do it? I blame you. I do. It's all your fault. I don't make the rules, Jess. I don't make the rules. Good God, Andy. I'm good at the motivational stuff. Don't tell nobody. Don't do it. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I believe that. I mean, aren't there worse things to smell like? Unknown beauty. Isn't there? Could smell like Axe body spray. Could smell like cabbage. Could smell like sea bass, even though you're nowhere near a body of water. Like, there are options. There are options. Could smell like Ice Agent's look. You know what I'm saying? Like, hello, Tonda. How are we? Sea bass is crazy. Listen, the list, I don't have the list written down. It just kind of manifested. Carny folk and cabbage. That was the line. Small hands. Hey, from Walt Disney World. Hey, Magic Maker. How we doing? How's it going down there? Oh, is it chilly? I'm sorry. Nothing to be done. You know, you swing one Mjolnir on a weekend in order to fend off some fire giants. And the next thing you know, you've caused a couple of bombs. You know what? I'm not going to talk about work lately. I'm not. We're just going to assume that everything's been normal in my neck of the woods. Yes, but, Magic Maker, I'm mixing it up, you know? It's not my fault that is in this dimension. The god of storms also happens to be the god of mischief. I did not plan on both being compacted and on top of it, I don't have superpowers. Like, circle that square, would you? my nose is growing because it got punched lately. My jaw hasn't become more pronounced because I've been putting a mouth guard back in. I haven't got hit in the nose lately. That'd be a very red olive, my friend. But I see how you could get it confused. I move it around a lot. I'm sorry. Well, hello, gorgeous. How are you? Hey, Jezebel45. What's up? Superpowers do have many different forms. Mine just have a tendency to manifest best in the audio storytelling. And usually the superpower in question is I have a tendency to make people hot and sweaty. I don't know why, but it works. I'm glad you could be here, Jez. I would never pulverize a sweet. You gotta enjoy it. You gotta savor it. You gotta lick it for all it's worth and just really love the juices of it. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole experience. You have to really love it up. Why ever doth your phone hate you, darling? Your phone does not hate you. Your phone is indifferent to you. It is like unto a cat, only digital, and it is flat and has no legs. Praise the phones never get legs or a tail. They will be treating us just the same way as the furry feline divas that live in our lives. 58 degrees in the office? What the hell kind of temperature is that? That is... Do you also... Are the walls stone and you have chains and shackles hanging from some of them? 58 degrees. You'd be better off building a very small fire in the center of the office. I'm saying, Stormy's going to start going to work dressed like Jon Snow, and the reason is going to be because it's fucking winter has come. That'll do it. Listen, so what you got to do is you got to install a potbelly stove in the corner. Because if it's a trailer, then the walls are very thin and you can just bore one out. Didn't someone forget to turn on the thermostat? This is true. But the problem is that Stormy has now posed this as showing us that it's a trailer. Therefore, in the summer, it's like 90 degrees for no reason. And in the winter, it's 3 degrees when you get there for no freaking reason. Because there's no insulation to save your soul. Good Lord. Good Lord. I have essentially a working weekend this weekend. I have stuff I have to do with the book. I have to finalize some stuff that's taken a little bit longer than I planned to when it comes to some stuff I have to ship out. I'm working on a cosplay, which my cosplay mindset has kind of turned in an interesting direction based on a conversation I had with a friend who's a cosplayer and my son. And so the Thor... Okay, so I don't know if any of you remember, I did the EVA foam Thor thing, and I disliked it immensely for two reasons. One, it didn't feel like armor. It didn't. And I wasn't here for it. I needed to be weighty. I needed there to be strain. And the EVA foam is just too light and it's dainty. Anyway, I know that sounds weird. I'm sorry. I digress. So I was kind of like, ugh. I was disgusted about, not really disgusted by it. It didn't, but I kept the foam. I kept the foam because Forge is taking a different direction when it comes to cosplay, and the direction I'm taking is dads. Because, I mean, who doesn't like a daddy? So, I have my first 4 projects lined up. I've actually now, for my first project, I've printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I've printed 11 pieces for the first cosplay. I've got 12, 13, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7 more pieces, 8 more pieces to print for that cosplay. Not including the weaponry, but the weaponry can print on a smaller printer. But what I'm going to use the EVA foam for is actual padding, so it looks like all the armor is going to have a levitation space off of me. And I'm going to be able to mount the magnets in the EVA foam so that they all can just lock into place. Finally getting Violent Night Santa of a style. We're getting Violent Night Santa of a style. Let's put it that way. Kind of. There's a North Star involved. A lot of red. He's very cheerful. See, and that's what I thought. Like, the EVA was okay, but it just felt wrong. You know what I mean? It just felt wrong. And honestly, if I'm going to do Thor, I'm going to want to do whatever manifestation's going to come out of Doomsday and Secret Wars, or whatever they're calling the movie after Doomsday, because I feel like that Thor is going to have more of a definitive, and he's a dad now. And again, you know what I mean? So, yeah. We're getting there. I appreciate it. Shelley, I hope you feel better. I hope you feel better. I really, truly do. Because you deserve to feel as magnificent as your contribution to the day. Missy, darling, how are you? In the woods. I should know that by now. He got lost again. I'm possibly. There's Tiny Valkyrie has thought about playing Love, but Tiny Valkyrie has also thought about playing something else, someone else. Well, we'll get there. Oh, darling, I've been up, down, left, right. I've been beaten to shit and come back. I've gotten COVID. I'm still recovering from that shit because it was the 5-6 week version of COVID. It's been a grand time. I'm living my best life. Grandmama Forge stole my traveling broom. You know, didn't steal. Was lent, to be fair, but still. It's the land of Calrissian got handed the keys of the Millennium Falcon, and you're just the entire time. You know what I'm saying? So, it's been a lot, but I'm back. And I told you I could make it last. I say that as though anybody who's a member of the Patreon doesn't already know, because the audio that got put out on Tuesday was an hour long. Was an hour. Well, we're almost on schedule. We are almost on schedule, aren't we? It's all right, Andy. If you're a member of the Patreon and you have the Discord, then this isn't going to be over soon. What schedule indeed? Andy. Cupcake. Lammy Toes. Judy Hops. Listen, if I announce things before I release them, it wouldn't be a fun little surprise. Somebody talked to me about PAX East, or at least one day of PAX East. A certain handsome man in EMT gear asked if I'd be willing to pop up for an afternoon PAX East. We'll see. I haven't even taken a look at tickets yet. I know it's coming up soon. It's in March. And then, I don't know, I'm also thinking maybe I need to sneak up on a guy with a whip. So we'll see. We'll see. New York City Comic Con. That's a little bit tougher because though trying to get there, trying to get tickets, shit. With Boston, with PAX East, basically I have 16 different family members who are like, oh, you can't get a hotel, you can stay with me. So, oh, I should bring on GRMMFB for funsies. That'd be interesting. I'll run it by her. I guarantee nothing. It's not really a problem, is she? Again, it's all a matter of cost, right? And the Reed Pop controversy? Ask my subs for what, darling? To get me to New York Comic Con? Uh-oh. Oh. So, what are you saying, Miss G? You want to be my sugar mama? That's true. Could do a meetup. That would fund it. Man. Who's got ties to ice? Oh, God. I could be your Splenda mama. Okay. Which convention does Reed Pops have ties to? Because, of course, me being the guy that I am with the finger on the pulse of comic book conventions, I know all about this stuff. Anybody else sense that? So crazy. So crazy. No, thank you. Ain't gonna be supporting any of that nonsense. Star Wars Celebration and PAX. Really? Is New York Comic Con on that list? Oh my goodness. How ridiculous the world has become. Correction, Kay. It was a Tootsie Roll Pop. I know I missed it already. Oh, what a bunch of assholes. Well, we'll have to figure something else out then, won't we? Oh well, that's okay though. But since the pop's gone, you know what that means. Oh dear. We've had our fun. But I think I'll go play Discord a little bit. What do you think? And if you're on the Discord, well then, pop right over in a second. But if you're not, well, I'll see you again soon. So, darlings, have a wonderful rest of your day. Have fun storming the castle. Feel a little deep down just for me. All right? And as always, before I kiss, headbutt, bear hug. Until I get more Tushy Pops.